Right now, more emotional testimony today in the Chandler Halderson trial. His former girlfriend taking the stand. Plus, Madison's 3 hospitals now officially at capacity. And now healthcare leaders are asking for your help in return. That and more coming up right now at 10. And thanks for joining us. If you've been outdoors at all tonight, you can feel it. Temperatures dropping and fast. Wind chills could drop well into double digits below zero. Meteorologist Dana Fulton, we should mention, by her own choice on the backyard patio with our certified most accurate forecast. Dana?
I am all bundled up, though. That's the key part here. If you do have to go outside at all over the next 12 hours, you've got to make sure you have layers, thick gloves, a hat, or just really limit the amount of time that you're outside, because we're starting to get to that dangerously cold level. We do have wind chill advisories in effect for tonight until Friday morning, or through Friday morning, as these wind chills, again, expected to drop well below zero. It already feels like 12 below in Madison, 8 below in Janesville, about 20 below, though, already in Prairie du Chien. So it is cold outside. Actual temperatures generally hovering pretty close to zero, but those temperatures also dropping below zero for us tonight. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow due to the cold temperatures in the morning and high temperatures barely getting into the single digits. Wind chills will stay below zero throughout the day. And if that wasn't enough of a cold blast, we do have another one in store to start off next week. Another alert day in store for Monday. We'll take a closer look at your full 10-day, though, in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, come on in and warm up. But to stay up to date on all things weather-related, download our free Channel 3000 weather app, local forecast, interactive radar. It is available for download right now. For a third consecutive day, Wisconsin seeing a record number of new COVID cases. DHS says more than 11,500 cases were confirmed over just the past 24 hours. The percent positive by test also now nearing 26%. Those record numbers leading to a surge in COVID-related hospitalizations. Statewide, there are more than 2,000 people currently hospitalized with COVID-19. And Tahlil Mohadeen joins us now to share what this means for Madison hospitals. Tahlil?
Eric, as of this morning, all 3 major hospitals in the Madison area, that's Menard, UW, and SSM, all at capacity. For weeks, health officials warned us about that possibility, but now that it's here, they're asking for help protecting hospital staff. Hospitals across the city stretched to their limit.
They're tired. I mean, it is hard not to understand and appreciate how tired healthcare professionals are.
Despite being better prepared.
From overall testing and understanding the disease and how to, even some treatments available for it as well, we're still seeing a lot of those preventative mechanisms not being utilized.
A surge in COVID hospitalizations, nearly 1/3 of patients at SSM reaching levels similar to last winter's peak.
Significantly impact bed capacity for non-COVID related care. And that's the concern.
Hospitals once again having to make difficult choices.
Suspending or pausing some elective surgical cases.
There's lots of innovative thinking going on, but ultimately there's a whole lot of patients and relatively few providers to care for them. Doctors, nurses, environmental services people, chefs.
SSM's Madison president, Carl Nondorf, says staffing shortages have worsened as more hospital employees test COVID positive despite their best efforts.
Many of them not only making sacrifices by giving up time with their loved ones to care for the community when they're not at work, they're also not doing social gatherings so that they can keep themselves safe.
Nondorf says they can't do it alone.
Now is the time to heed what we've been saying for the last 2 years, because we really are stretched to our capacity at this point.
And though the message may be repetitive,
masking, vaccinating, boosting,
it's still the best way forward.
We have got to come together for the common good of the community. And I think by us doing that, that is our path out of this.
Health officials say as COVID cases continue to rise, they expect it to surpass prior peak hospitalizations for COVID-19. They don't know how long the surge will last, but they're preparing for the weeks ahead, hopeful they'll be able to meet the community need.
Tahlil, thank you. The Madison Area School District says it'll bring students back to in-person learning on Monday the 10th as originally planned. The district first announced plans to delay students' return to in-person learning late last week, citing the rising COVID case counts among students and staff. Students attended virtual class today and will again tomorrow. In a statement, Superintendent Dr. Carlton Jenkins thanked the community for their patience and said, quote, although we prefer our scholars to be connecting in person with teachers and staff while learning in our classrooms, This necessary pause strengthened our ability to sustain remaining open safely. Dane County preparing to reopen mass testing at the Alliant Energy Center starting on Monday. Public Health says it takes a lot of time and planning for this kind of operation, and it happened even faster than they thought it would. The arena will stay open for testing as long as it's needed. It will not be a drive-through. Instead, you'll need to book an appointment. You can do so right now online at the Public Health's website. First round of antiviral pills now available at local healthcare providers, but there's not enough for everyone who qualifies. Wisconsin's Department of Health allocated more than 5,000 antiviral pill courses to healthcare providers all across the state. That's a limited amount. UW Health, for example, received only a couple dozen courses, which officials say means it is too soon to tell what impact that treatment will have.
The number of people we can treat, hopefully there'll be some.
UW Health officials also say they will prioritize people who are at highest risk of becoming severely ill or dying from COVID. They do expect to receive more courses of the antiviral pills as they become available. In the meantime, they are urging patience. While most of the COVID news we have been hearing lately is negative, the top doctor with the State Department of Health Services says there may be a silver lining.
I'm certainly hopeful that the pandemic is going to wind to a close after we get through this really bad crisis that's brought on by Omicron, which is causing unprecedented waves of new infections. That's really what our hope is. But I think an important thing that we've learned from Omicron is that it's very, very difficult to predict what the virus is going to do.
As the virus continues to spread in our community and across the state and country, be sure to stay with us for all of your latest COVID headlines and updates. Be the first to know with Channel 3000 and News 3 Now. It is day 3 of testimony in the trial of Chandler Halderson. For several hours today, Chandler's girlfriend at the time took the stand with some emotional testimony. She was the person who spent the most time with him while his parents were missing. Catherine Melander says she doesn't know anything about what Chandler was accused of doing. As far as she knew, his parents were up at their cabin up north for the 4th of July weekend. She says she was worried when they didn't come back when they were supposed to. Investigators eventually interviewed her and Halderson. At that time, she says she was anxious and emotional.
Did you know that Bart and Krista Halderson had died?
No.
And Kat, did you have absolutely anything to do with cleaning anything up or their disappearance?
No.
Earlier today, the jury saw photos from where investigators found human remains, later identified as Bart Halderson. The detective who testified said he knew something was wrong when he approached the property and noticed vultures circling.
Most birds really don't have a sense of smell except for turkey vultures. Turkey vultures actually, you know, when a body or an animal or creature dies, it starts going through some changes. The microorganisms on there start producing different gases, and it emanates an odor. Turkey vultures can smell that.
Chandler Halderson has pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. Day 4 of the trial will continue tomorrow. And to get a more in-depth look, you can head to channel3000.com. We have a page there dedicated specifically to the trial, or you can download our free News 3 Now app. We will again be streaming the trial as it happens tomorrow. And in another high-profile case, a not guilty plea entered today on behalf of the man charged in connection with the crash that killed 3 local high school students. This was back in October. Eric Mehring appeared in court today via phone. Mehring waived his right to a preliminary hearing, and court officials found there was enough evidence to bring his case to trial. A criminal complaint says Mehring's blood alcohol content was more than 3 times the legal limit at the time of the crash. 2 members of the Mineral Point Fire Department killed today while responding to a crash. Their fire truck hit by a passing semi happened just after midnight on Highway 151. The Iowa County Sheriff's Department says the truck was trying to turn around in an emergency crossover when it was hit. Both vehicles heavily damaged. Both firefighters were killed. The driver of the semi was not injured. Firefighters and law enforcement able to help rescue a man in Columbia County early this morning who was gored by a buck and lost in the woods. Authorities found his 4-wheeler. They were able to follow the man's tracks, ultimately finding him in a drainage ditch with a wound to his leg, disoriented, possibly suffering from hypothermia. He told rescuers he had been gored by that buck. Crews today in northern Wisconsin fighting a warehouse fire in Superior's North End district. Started in the Syverston Fisheries building. In a Facebook statement, the mayor said the building was quickly engulfed, the fire spreading to the second building next door as it collapsed. Both buildings said to be a complete loss. The mayor says no one was hurt in that fire. Both buildings were vacant. A candlelight vigil tonight on the steps of the Capitol as the nation pauses to reflect on the one-year anniversary of the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol building. 5 people died as a result of the attack. More than 700 people have now been charged with crimes stemming from that day. Natalie Brand has a look at the commemorations in Washington.
These images from 1 year ago when rioters attacked the U.S. Capitol will be forever etched in the minds of the lawmakers and everyone else here on January 6th.
Those of us trapped in the gallery, we lived it. Ducking, crawling under, over railings, hands, knees, the sounds, the smells.
Former Vice President Dick Cheney joined his daughter, Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney, on the House floor for a moment of silence. In fiery remarks, President Biden put the blame squarely on his predecessor.
For the first time in our history, a president had not just lost an election, he tried to prevent the peaceful transfer of power as a violent mob breached the Capitol. But they failed. They failed.
Former President Trump canceled a planned news conference but released a statement calling today's events, quote, political theater and repeating false claims about the 2020 election.
We were both really looking forward to President Trump's press conference tonight. Unfortunately, I think he got some bad advice in canceling it.
This very chamber where we're gathered today was breached. It was desecrated, as was the rest of the Capitol.
Senate Democrats took to the floor to mark the anniversary and demand passage of voting rights legislation. Later, lawmakers joined demonstrators for a rally and held a candlelight vigil. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Wisconsin Congressman Mark Pocan says today's observances are a beginning to help create a new political mindset about what happened that day. And he does not believe it should be used as a campaign tactic in the upcoming elections. And he believes that's what's happening here in Wisconsin.
We wouldn't be doing this clown show that Mike Gableman is doing if it hadn't been for the still challenge to the election results, which is done by Donald Trump, which is related to January 6th, and it's related to the 500 bills introduced in 49 states trying to make it harder for people to vote.
And today, Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos wants the investigation he ordered into the 2020 election to conclude by the end of the month. Today, Vos's spokeswoman says Vos has asked lead investigator Michael Gableman for recommendations by February so legislation can be passed before the session expires at the end of March. A Donald Trump-linked social media app called Truth Social is expected to launch in about a month and a half, backed by the former president's media company, the Trump Media and Technology Group. According to the service's listing on Apple's App Store, it'll debut February 21st. News of the planned launch comes roughly a year after major social media platforms suspended Donald Trump following the Capitol attack. Still to come tonight, Dana will be rejoining us with a closer look at tomorrow's alert day and just how cold it'll get. And a Powerball winner. A winning ticket sold right here in Wisconsin. Who the store owner hopes takes home that prize. That's next.
We love our new home. Lots of windows, great light.
But the birds. They're back.
Yes, I hear them.
Uh-oh. Why are these birds so angry?
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
We save a lot.
I'm going.
Hurry.
I know.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
You know what I'm going to miss most about space?
What's that?
How easy it is to keep up my saving habit. There's nothing to buy up here.
We're making it easier to save on Earth, too. When you open a savings builder account at BMO Harris, you can get a cash reward for every month you save.
Anything to help launch my savings?
Sure. When you open a checking account, we'll give you $200 to kickstart your savings progress.
$200 and a monthly savings reward.
It's a way to save that won't weigh you down. It's a little space humor.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
The big in-stock winter blowout sale is on at Slumberland Furniture. Over 20 different sofas in stock and ready to go. Over 50 accent chairs and recliners, too. Everything is on sale and shipping is free. Huge store-wide savings at Slumberland Furniture.
4 days only at Slumberland Furniture. 40% off a single item.
Thursday through Sunday, 40% off. Online and in store. Don't miss our biggest discount ever at Slumberland Furniture. 40% off right now.
Reynolds Wrap makes this whole cooking and cleanup thing so easy. Speeds up this so I can get to them.
Easy prep, cook, and clean with Reynolds Wrap.
Be prepared for winter weather. Trust the First Warn Weather Team to give you clear, timely, and accurate info, keeping you safe and ahead of the storms. Your certified most accurate team. First Warn Weather, only on News 3 Now.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Madison schools are urging students to get tested before they return to class. We're breaking down where your child can get tested this weekend.
And we're talking about bitterly cold wind chills on the way. We'll have the latest forecast tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. One of two Powerball jackpot winners purchased their ticket in Ashwaubenon near Green Bay. Last night's drawing was the 7th largest in game history, $630 million on that jackpot. It'll be split two ways since winning tickets were sold both here in Wisconsin, also in California. The ticket in Wisconsin sold at this Citgo store. Now, the store hasn't announced what it'll do with its $100,000 yet for selling that ticket, but they say they know many of their regulars, and they hope the money will go to one of them.
Hopefully it's just an average Joe, a regular guy, and it's a great amount of money for them, and they really get a lot of joy from it. I'm kind of going to choke up about this because I've been here a long time, and it would be great to see a regular win it.
She talked about the jackpot winner there, and that lucky winner has 180 days to come forward and claim their prize. Wisconsin Lottery says their name will become public knowledge because this is an open record state. Airlines are again canceling and delaying more flights today as they continue to struggle with countless employees calling in sick. Flight tracking site FlightAware says in the U.S., 1,600 flights were canceled. More than 1,300 flights were delayed this afternoon. United is now offering pilots who pick up extra trips up to 3 times their normal pay through the end of the month. Funeral services for Betty White will not be open to the public. Her agent shared the small detail about the service. The beloved actress died last Friday at the age of 99. The agent says White wanted the arrangements handled privately. He suggested instead of focusing on the funeral, fans can donate to one of White's favorite organizations. There was speculation she could be buried in Mineral Point next to her husband, but her agent says that will not be the case. Well, most of the D.C. metro area was shut down Monday due to a snowstorm. Marines were out at Arlington National Cemetery braving the elements to perform a solemn duty. A group of Marines known as the Marine Barracks Washington gave a fellow Marine his honorable burial at the cemetery. The platoon commander who supported the funeral said in part, quote, "It is our responsibility to honor our fallen brothers and sisters under any conditions. Marching in that storm may have been uncomfortable, but it pales in comparison to what the Marines endured while fighting in battles." Well, let's go to Dana Fulton now because we are dealing with some very, very cold weather out there, and alert days are in our forecast.
It is going to be quite cold outside tomorrow morning. I shouldn't say is going to be. It already is quite cold outside, actually. These wind chills already well below zero in the double digits below zero for most of southern Wisconsin, about 12 below for Dane County, 20 below Monroe right now, and 18 below in Lone Rock. So if you're trying to get last minute quick outdoor walk with the dogs, just keep an eye on them. Make sure it's quick. Get them back indoors pretty fast because it's chilly out there right now. We're on the backside of some high pressure right now off to the west, sending our breeze in from the northwest. All this cool air just funneling into southern Wisconsin, throughout Minnesota and Wisconsin, expecting very cold temperatures overnight and for Friday morning. Once this high pressure does shift off to the east, though, we start to see our breeze coming in from the south, and that's going to lead to a brief warm up for us on Saturday. It'll be a nice little reprieve from the cold before it does settle back in next week. Bitterly cold outside for our Friday, especially early in the day. Some light flurries, light freezing drizzle possible on Saturday. Very small chance to see a little bit of moisture. Otherwise, a mostly dry stretch through the weekend and through all of next week. Temperature-wise, overnight dropping to about 5 below. Again, wind chills much colder than that. For tomorrow afternoon, plan on high temperatures in the upper single digits. We'll have some sunshine, but it's not going to help us much in the afternoon warming up. This breeze comes from the south late Friday, and that's going to lead to that small improvement for us on Saturday. Overnight lows on Saturday not quite as cold, and afternoon highs will be closer to about 30 with a slight chance for some flurries or freezing drizzle for us late Saturday. We have wind chill advisories in effect throughout southern Wisconsin overnight until 9 o'clock on Friday morning. That's when things will start to get a little less cold outside, but still quite cold for us for Friday. Again, alert days in the forecast for Friday and for Monday. That brief hop up on Saturday doesn't last for long because Monday we're expecting very similar conditions. Overnight lows well below zero, wind chills dropping to about 25 below, and then afternoon highs also staying in the single digits for us. Highs tomorrow at about 9, a partly sunny sky, bitterly cold outside with wind chills below zero throughout the day. Wind speeds should stay in that 5 to 10 mile per hour range. Saturday we get closer to 30 with a variably cloudy sky. Small chance for some flurries or freezing drizzle. On Sunday, temperatures will fall through the day. We'll hit 15 pretty early. Notice Monday morning dropping down again below zero with an alert day in the forecast, mostly due to the wind chills. Now, Monday night, we fall below zero yet again. The wind shouldn't be as bad, though, for early Tuesday morning. Next week, we'll have a little sunshine for the middle of the week and some more comfortable temperatures. 32 is going to feel pretty pleasant outside by Wednesday. We'll stay in the low 30s for Wednesday and Thursday. Another small opportunity for some flurries builds in on Friday and heading into next weekend, but it really doesn't look like a lot of accumulation coming out of that event either. So in general, a pretty dry stretch for us, a pretty cold stretch for the next few days.
Badger men's basketball returns to their home court for a meeting with the Hawkeyes, an anticipated matchup between the Big Ten rivals, but we have highlights coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Rise and shine for the big breakfast sale this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Select Quaker or Post cereal, 5 for $10, plus a 25-cent fuel saver. Hy-Vee instant oatmeal, 4 for $5, and Hy-Vee bacon just $3.99. Only at Hy-Vee.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Madison Magazine Winter Restaurant Week is here. Participating restaurants will provide a 3-course dinner starting at $25, featuring wine and more. Dining with a choice. Don't miss Madison Magazine's Winter Restaurant Week 2022, starting January 23rd through the 28th. For participating restaurants, menus, and details, visit MadisonRestaurantWeek.com. Presenting sponsor, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. Supporting sponsor, E&J Gallo Winery.
Dear Winter, I'm coming. My squad of 16 vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of my game. So you better bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR for 60 months on Toyota's most popular 2022 models. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Start the new year off right with Menard's Bag Sale. Pick up a bag in-store and get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag now through January 15th. Whether you pack it, load it, stuff it, or stack it. From light bulbs to tools, snacks, and much more. Fit it in the bag and save 15%. So pick up a bag in-store and find out how much you fit in the bag now through January 15th.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is one of the largest and fastest growing universities in the country, offering over 200 engaging programs online. Praised for its culture of community, students build meaningful professional relationships with faculty who become partners in your success. GCU's online students received over $100 million in scholarships in 2020. Visit gcu.edu/myoffer to see the scholarships you qualify for.
Rise and shine for the big breakfast sale this Thursday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee eggs, just 88 cents. Or count jumbo muffins, only $4.99. And Hy-Vee bagged or single-serve coffee, just $2.99. The big breakfast sale, only at Hy-Vee.
Lots of eyes on Wisconsin and Iowa tonight as a pair of the conference and country's top scorers take on one another. Johnny Davis and Keegan Murray drive this game's narrative, but the Badgers know if they want to snap their 4-game skid against Iowa, it's going to take the whole team. Wisconsin barely ahead, but that doesn't faze Brad Davison. He hits the fadeaway jumper for some cushion. Well, the Badgers are able to slow down and work around Iowa. That allows Davis to step back and make it a 10-point lead. Well, at halftime, the Badgers are all gas, no breaks. Every starter scores in double digits tonight. Davis finishes the night with 26 as the Badgers win 87-78, their 4th straight. In high school hoops, Waunakee hunting win number 10 in this conference showdown with Beaver Dam. Both teams neck and neck in the standings. Warriors make their presence known early. They open with 3 triples, 2 coming from Aiden Driscoll. And the Golden Beavers adjust the pace of their game, and the rally is on, getting help from Tyler Bunkoski. While Key's offense goes quiet for a little bit, but it starts to heat up as halftime approaches. Joey Foreman using his 6'8" frame to get it to go. The Warriors win this Badger East battle 60-39. The Packers enter the final week of the regular season with a lot in their back pocket. Number 1 seed, first-round bye, so now it's about preparing for that game against the Lions, which a lot of starters are expressing that they want to play in. Devontae Adams said it right after the Packers steamrolled the Vikings. Aaron Rodgers also wants in too, saying it's about keeping the momentum going and having the chance to compete with his guys because after this matchup, it's 2 weeks before they take the field for their first playoff game.
Guys are healthy, guys want to play. I mean, there's risk every time you take the field. There's obviously the idea about rust and compared to momentum, but yeah, I mean, I want to be out there and be with my guys, and I'm assuming that's still the plan.
Wisconsin men's hockey equipment manager Nate LaPointe heading to the 2022 Winter Olympics to be an equipment manager for Team USA. Since joining the Badgers in 2009, LaPointe has assisted with Team USA twice at the Linka Gretzky Cup, plus worked with the U.S. national junior team when they won the gold medal last year at the IIHF World Junior Championships. And now he gets to live out a childhood dream.
Obviously, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You can't say no. It's the Olympics. It's the world stage for hockey and sports. It's something that was really gratifying to be asked the opportunity.
We'll be right back.
If you're hurt in an accident, do you know who to call?
Everybody knows that.
Call Gruber Law Offices.
They're available 24/7.
Hurt in an accident?
Everybody knows you call Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV.
And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you. Welcome to Delicious.
Reynolds Wrap makes this whole cooking and cleanup thing so easy. It speeds up this so I can get to them.
Easy prep, cook, and clean with Reynolds Wrap.
The Home Expo is coming this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Meet the top builders, remodelers, and home improvement experts at the Monona Terrace Convention Center this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
The Community Forum for in-depth discussions on the matters that matter to you. For the Record, Sunday morning at 10:30 on News 3 Now, sponsored by MG&E. News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes, but we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application now. Download the new Channel 3000 app and get alerted on your mobile device the minute news breaks. Wherever you go, be the first to know with Channel 3000.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Finally tonight, lovers of Taco Bell can get a discount when they prepay for their daily fix. The fast food chain rolling out a new subscription service called the Taco Lovers Pass. $10 a month, customers can get one taco a day for 30 straight days. Just what we all need. A variety of tacos offered with a subscription, including soft tacos, crunchy tacos, and the popular Doritos taco. Is it Doritos Locos tacos?
Doritos Locos.
Customers can sign up starting today, but only if they're members of the Restaurants Rewards program and have downloaded its app. Little known Dana Fulton factoid. She is a former Taco Bell employee.
I am. I worked there in college.
It's been a few months.
Yes. So if anyone needs me to make a Crunchwrap Supreme after this, I can make that happen.
Our producer's going to make a run after the show now.
I know. We have an alert day in the forecast for Friday. It's going to be cold outside tomorrow. Not quite as cold on Saturday. Another alert day in the forecast for us on Monday for a return for that cold weather. By the back half of next week, we get a little closer to average with highs in the low 30s. In general, a pretty dry stretch expected for us all the way through the 10-day, Eric. So just enjoy the cold or bundle up a little bit. Don't expect any light snow to come along with that.
You know I don't enjoy the cold.
I know you do.
It is really, really cold out there, too. Thanks for joining us, folks. Stay warm, and we'll see you tomorrow.